Welcome back to the Hip Hop Barbershop Presents, baby. We right back, ain't cheating. All up in your face. So we was just talking about, a few things and the misconception between Islam and, and the comparison of Christianity and Islam and those misconceptions of what each other might think.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna move it right along and hit them in their head with another one, man. Drop the bomb on them.
Yo, man, so I want to talk about who you think is more romantic, men or women, and tell me why.
It depends, man.
Okay, well,
I'm saying
break it down.
it's usually the man have to initiate the romanticism. It's usually the man that has to think up and conjure up what is romantic. And then we got to get the woman's approval. And if we ain't right, it's a chance that night could be ruined.
All I gotta say is Valentine's Day should show you how many men are out there buying stuff. You don't see too many women out there.
Yeah.
But you see men out there. But I think men are more romantic. This is my also reason why I think they're more romantic.
Why?
It's because we put thought into how we want to impress a lady that we like or a lady that we love. We put thought into it. I think women used to do it back in the day. There might be a few. Don't hit me, don't beat me, don't throw apples at me. But I'm just saying, it's like the pedestal is different.
It's the prize.
Yeah, and the pedestal, like, for example, we will put our woman or any woman that we really like on a pedestal.
Right.
But a woman normally wouldn't do that.
Cause the chase is the thrill of the hunt.
Right.
That's how anything starts anyway, so I think that's just nature. You know what I'm saying? It's the nature of a man to the male to sit up there and do what he has to do in order to gain the female's attention. First, you gotta even get her attention.
Right.
And then then you get the attention, then y'all mingle and all that, which becomes a relationship. But you still on the man to keep the woman's interest. Whether it be courting, going out, dating, going out on date nights or whatnot like that, movie nights, you're gonna have to be the one to think of what you want to do majority of the time. Sometimes women, they'll take it, they want to do something with their man. I ain't gonna say the women don't be trying to do nothing for their man.
Yeah, we ain't saying that. Just saying who's more. Right?
But I think the man has to put more thought into it because women are emotional, and if you don't hit that right, you don't get the right thing on the right day.
Right.
They gonna look at it like, what is this? A pushiki. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna be on all that. So I'm saying, so the man has to make sure he does what he gets the right, Me and my wife had a talk about this today because she was like, we was talking about flowers, and I was like, you don't remember your conversations. I was like, you told me you really don't do flowers like that. I got you flowers before, but they be dying. They look like autumn on the kitchen table and shit. So I'm saying, I was like, I don't get you flowers because them shits will just be dying.
Oh my God.
So she was like, but I still want them sometimes. Like, but do you know how much flowers are?
Your flowers cost some money.
I was like, I don't want to waste my money on. I'd rather get you something that's gonna last, and you can keep enjoying it. Them flowers will be used against me in an argument later on.
Oh my!
You'll be that one around and be like, those damn flowers, they ain't do nothing but fucking die. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, women is complicated like that. You gotta think down the line for women, because they will sit up there and use that against you. I ain't want no damn flowers.
Oh my God.
So yeah, but yeah, we were just talking about, men got to be having a little more chivalry. She got to be the one to say yes. That's why the man is supposed to be the one who proposes mostly, traditionally, because we asking for her hand in marriage. So really, throughout the relationship, we work to please our families.
That's true. That's true.
You know, so in that way, that could be, you know, looked at, but then she want to be shown, she want to be separated from that. That's what we're supposed to do,
Right.
is take care of family. But when she want to feel sexy again, or if she just feel like she ain't been told she's sexy, or she ain't been shown, she want to see that from her significant other, I would believe.
Okay.
So, but as far as a woman, that in itself, I was just explaining, just through that, because women ain't accustomed to, they do it sometime, but they're not expected to do it as much as men. You know, really, when you look at Valentine's Day or anything like that, when it's talking about couples, it's mostly the man sitting up there having to go out and get the Valentine's Day gift. If we don't get one, we don't really be tripping.
Right, because it's not out there. It's not,
Yeah.
you know, it's really.
But then they get sweeter stuff.
Yeah. Right.
They get like made up shit. They just be making up days. It's double hard day.
Oh my.
It's hard day.
Yeah, this America, he going in and I'm laughing.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Don't be trying to come at me, man. I'm just saying. Y'all are a piece of work. You know, we love y'all. That's why we go with the can't live and can't live without you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be on the earth with just nothing but hard ankles. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be on earth with nothing but hard ankles, but you know, these women, boy, y'all something else, man.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? But
what's the topic you had, man, about marriage?
well, I'm saying, because a lot of people, while we on this subject, yeah, you're right. Why are a lot of men shying away from marriage? You know, why are we becoming scared? Do we got more of a risk? Could it be that? A lot of men say they feel like it's more of a risk to get married because they got everything to lose.
That's true.
And some of them feel like, you know, not that they got nothing to gain, but compared to what they'll lose, a lot of people be losing half of their ish to ungrateful women that had that in their head the whole time, and all they gotta do is just say they unhappy.
Well, it goes both ways.
But in majority, when you look at statistics and you look at divorces, it's mostly women initiate divorces. Men don't leave their women like that. Unless there's, I'm not talking about the exception.
Yeah.
Those statistics tell you that men don't leave their women as much as women leave men. So what men feel like, a lot of these younger generation and a lot of men feel like now that seeing what's been going on TV, if you look at the wins and the losses when it comes to marriage, you see what I'm saying? So why wouldn't a man be kind of cautious? And then you don't want to kill the nostalgia of the relationship by talking about the prenup. So that kind of like, nowadays I think it's necessary because we're seeing it a lot.
Prenup and DNA.
Yeah, prenups and DNA tests, I think should be.
Yes.
And we're gonna do something. Yeah, we need to talk about that. Prenups and DNA tests.
Those letters, they are very important right now.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Because y'all ladies, we ain't try. That don't mean that we don't love you. But a successful man worked hard all his life to get to where he's at. And then a person to come in, I don't think that's fair. You get 50% of this man's hard-earned money that you didn't have nothing to do with. I believe you should get something, but not no 50%, nowhere near that. Whether it's a woman or a man.
Right.
But we talking about men, the reason why they don't want to get married. And that's one of the reasons, because they feel like it's risky business.
I also think that with men, we're different. We're not like the 80s, 90s men. I think we're more in tune to how ladies work. You know what I'm saying? Like when we was in the 80s and 90s, all we wanted was a woman that gave us sex, gave us food, and left us alone. Now men want more than just that. I think.
No,
so.
I don't think it's that. I think
so.
I think when men mess themselves up now, these new dudes.
Yeah. Well,
see, this is what it is. It ain't the old school.
Right.
It's the new school.
Right.
That's messed up like that. And the reason why is because I say part of the old school's fault. Some of the old school's fault.
Yeah.
The old school ones that was sitting up there talking about it ain't tricking if you got it.
Right.
See, when you started doing stuff like that, end up evolving into that. Right. It ended up evolving into, these boys is going, it ain't tricking if they, so let me mess with the ballers because they ain't broken. They'll just pay on anything. But see, that's their game. That's why them same females end up leaving them dudes. Because they don't like their personality. Their personality is money. Your girl will be talking to me about the money you gave her.
That's crazy.
I could be laying in the bed right beside her and she be sitting up there talking about he's lame.
Right.
She just like my company. And be dogging him, I got to be on the dude side just so I can stop her from trying to gas my head. That's how real dudes be thinking. You can't gas a real dude up like that when he see that.
But I'm gonna tell you another thing that we forgot to talk about in this too. A lot of dudes don't have fathers anymore. So they're raised by their mothers. So the mother's gonna tell them, look, watch out for the game. Watch out how these girls are. I'm just saying.
They don't do that. Know what they be doing? Know what they do? And that's another thing.
They don't want their sons getting trapped.
That's another thing. Nah, because the sons is getting trapped, or they falling, or they can't control their emotions,
right.
Because they didn't gave their heart, because their mama said this is how you treat a woman. See, mama don't know. She might know some of the things that she might have tried, or she seen her girls do, but a father knows the real pain and how to deal with it.
That's what I'm saying. When the father's not there.
But you gotta think about, why is the father not there? It ain't cause it ain't always cause they done just left. And then if a dude left, it ain't always because he wanted to leave.
Yeah, but sometimes dudes, they go to jail for dumb stuff.
Yeah, sometimes, but like I said, women, they initiate divorce at a higher rate than men. Men don't usually leave unless you really destroy. We're not hard creatures to satisfy.
So how can we fix that?
First of all, I think it's starting to be fixed through Trump.
Really? Explain that to me, because I'm lost.
By how he's doing the Section 8 and everything.
Okay, so explain.
So now, instead of just you falling out with your baby daddy and then you just kicking them to the curb, now I'm pretty sure y'all gonna start trying to stay together to make this thing work, to take care of these kids.
You got bills to pay, right?
Cause you ain't gonna be just able to just be on welfare. You're gonna need to work to get assistance. So 2 checks is better than 1.
He's stupid. Ladies, I don't got nothing to do with what he just said.
No. I'm talking about men and women. I'm talking about men and women in a relationship.
We're talking about both.
I'm saying.
We're talking about both, y'all. Now
with this, because it's men, look, when I say, listen, straight up, why wouldn't you? That's like these women sitting up there saying, I ain't going 50-50. You don't want a dude to take 50% of the burden off of you? You'd rather pay 100%?
No, they rather for you to pay the 100%.
Nah, man. Or nothing. So good luck with that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is that with this Section 8, the limitations that they putting on it and changing the rules around, it's gonna make families stay together and try to work it out more than just going ahead and be like, you get on my nerves, get out, your name's not on the lease. You see what I'm saying? Because most men go through that part. They might mess up and make a mistake, and then they get kicked out.
Yeah.
Because Section 8 is the father now. Is the provider. The state is the father now.
Yeah.
So a woman got options, so why would a man leave? A man is not leaving the house where the rent $3. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Is a man really gonna leave where he got the lightest rent in the world and y'all can just stack the money and save?
Yeah.
Is a man gonna leave that?
No.
So, but ask yourself, let's be realistic. Let's ask yourself, in the heat of the moment, while you arguing, majority of the times you don't hear dudes say, get your ish and get out.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been through that.
I've been through that.
Yeah, I've been through that.
That happens more. It happens with dudes.
Yeah.
I'm not. Listen, people. I'm not trying to be biased. I'm just saying couples need to stay together to help take care of these kids. And by him doing that, you've seen a lot more single mothers on welfare, white or black.
That's true.
So you've seen a lot of single mothers on welfare, single parent homes, and it ain't dudes that's getting welfare like that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if the man can't live in the house, that's where it goes back to. This dude I was one of them dudes that had to pack up the damn the damn trash bag and put my clothes in and hide in the closet and leave for a couple of days because we didn't know when inspection was.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But the whole deal was that was to help us come up. But then next thing you know, it turns into something else. In that first argument, power play. Get out. So now the daddy's not in the home. He's missing his kids. Every dad ain't just bouncing.
That's true. That's true.
Every dad be a victim. A lot of dads be a victim of circumstance.
That's true too. Yeah, that's true.
And it looked like that because of the story that the mama might tell, or the story that the daddy might tell. The daddy might even lie if he's getting. But that sounds vague. Don't that sound kind of
crazy,
funny and weird that a dad would do that. You don't hear that.
No, you don't.
So is dads really, are they abandoning their kids, or are they leaving the woman they had kids with
You don't even ask.
and still want to be in the kid's life, but she making it difficult?
Dads don't even ask for child support that much.
I'm just saying.
They don't be like, yo, where's my child support?
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to break on the women. I'm trying to explain the point of view that it don't always look like what it look like. It ain't always what it look like.
Right.
Look, fathers love their kids. Fathers love their kids.
Right.
But if we're not gonna stand for no disrespect, and we're not gonna stand to get disrespected and dogged in front of our kids, you're not gonna degrade me because now you got somebody else, you got Uncle Sam paying your bills. It was supposed to be in order for us to get ahead, and then we get up off of that, get you on up off of that. We supposed to be stacking some money, but now you done got a lot of women get high and mighty when they get there, and they feel like no sooner they get an attitude, the first thing come, they do you like that. But you ain't thinking about the kid. And if there is any dudes doing that, shame on you. You shouldn't be kicking your baby mom out the crib unless she cheating on you in your house or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know, other than that, if y'all argue, you shouldn't be kicking her out the crib. But women will kick you out the crib.
That's true. I've been there.
You see what I'm saying? A man will kick you out if you cheat on him.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, he'll go through the argument. He ain't gonna see you out there, but don't disrespect him and be trying to degrade him. Or ain't no man, you can't expect no man to stick around like that. If you dogging and degrading him in front of his kids, he supposed to get the hell away from you. It say that in the Bible. Not supposed to be in the crib with no argumentative woman.
True.
So if you believe in your Bible, don't be getting mad at me because I just said that.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Just be mad at God for that. Because that's the order of things. All right?
Mean.
Yo.
Mean.
We're going to holler at y'all. This is the Hip Hop Barbershop, baby.
Like I said, do not take things seriously. We're just talking, all right?
Right. No, this is discussion.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you got comments, please feel free to comment.
Yes.
Support the show, man. We want to hear it all, man. Because if y'all feel like we wrong about anything, we can talk about it.
That's right.
You know, we ain't mad at nobody. We want to hear the feedback, all right?
Yes, yes.
So, Once again, this is Octa Barber. Got Big Louie Hicks.
What's good, America?
The Hip Hop Barbershop presents radio show, baby, on WDRB Media. The voice of the community. Believe that.
Yeah.